శ్రీ ముత్తవరపు వెంకటేశ్వరరావు కాలేజ్ ఆఫ్ ఇంజనీరింగ్ అండ్ టెక్నాలజీ 2008 లో స్థాపించిన కళాశాలలో NBA, NAC A గ్రేడ్ మరియు ISO సర్టిఫికేషన్ సాధించిన మొట్టమొదటి కళాశాల శ్రీ ముత్తవరపు వెంకటేశ్వరరావు కాలేజ్ ఆఫ్ ఇంజనీరింగ్ అండ్ టెక్నాలజీ త్వరలో అటానమస్ కాబోతోంది.
2014లో ISO గుర్తింపు, 2015లో రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వంచే A గ్రేడ్, 2016లో NAC A గ్రేడ్, ఇప్పుడు NBA సాధించిన సంస్థ శ్రీ ముత్తవరపు వెంకటేశ్వరరావు కాలేజ్ ఆఫ్ ఇంజనీరింగ్ అండ్ టెక్నాలజీ.
We are going to discuss about the integrator. So what is this integrator and how it is going to perform integration? So here, in case of differentiator, as we know that in linear wave shaping you have studied about this integrator also. When we are going to take output across a capacitor and give input to a resistor, then the circuit is going to act as integrator. So the same thing here we have observed, and so in the feedback path we are going to connect the capacitor and here to the inverting terminal we are going to connect the resistor. So Vi is applied to the inverting input of operational amplifier and V0 will be feedback through a capacitor C, and in place of feedback resistor here we are going to connect a capacitor. So then this op amp is going to act as integrator, and here you can observe that the non-inverting terminal of op amp which is grounded. So according to virtual ground concept, same thing. So we can say that the voltage at this node will be also 0. So by considering that if you write an equation, nodal equation, so at the inverting input terminal, so 0 minus Vi divided by R in that path, resistance in that path, and C into d by dt of 0 minus V0, so in feedback path, which is equal to 0. So by solving this equation, so you can observe here that dV0 by dt is equal to minus Vi by Rc. So if you bring Rc to the left hand side and d by dt to the right hand side, if you bring Rc to the left hand side and dt to the right hand side, so the equation will be like this. So now by integrating this equation with respect to dt, so you can see integral dv0 is equal to integral Vi by Rc into dt. So now the derivative and integration will be cancelled on the left hand side, and coming to the right hand side, so as Rc is a constant value, you can bring out from the integration. So we have brought it out, and then minus 1 by Rc integral of Vi dt. So here from this equation you can observe, from this equation you can observe the output is integral of input. The output is integral of input, that is output is proportional to the integration of input signal. So that is how our operational amplifier is going to produce the integral as its output. So coming to transfer function, so if you observe the transfer function here, So that is, transfer function is nothing but V naught by Vi, which is equal to which is equal to mod of minus 1 by j omega RC mod. So we can write this as 1 by omega RC. Simply, we can write this as 1 by omega RC. That means, so when you observe the frequency response of this integrator, when you observe the frequency response of this integrator, so on x-axis we are going to consider the frequency on x-axis, and on y-axis we are going to consider the gain, that is V naught by Vi, so in decibels. So we are going to consider in decibels, dB. So the integrator is going to produce so here the response will be like this. You are going to get the response will be like this, and this frequency will be this, nothing but, let us consider this as FB, which is equal to 1 by 2 pi RC, as we have seen in our circuit. So this is nothing but FB. This is nothing but FB. So the basic integrator is going to decay by minus 6 dB per octave. So here there is no problem at high frequencies. There will be no problem at high frequencies, but in case of this integrator, there will be some problem at low frequencies. So the integrator circuit at low frequencies, the gain is infinite. So the gain becomes infinite for a basic integrator. So for maintaining this gain, so we are going to, for maintaining this gain, now we are going to observe, that is, we are going to produce a compensating network for this integrator just by placing a resistor. As we know that this is the op amp, So as we have seen in our integrator, integrator, so when we consider this op amp, so here it will be grounded, and here we are going to give input through a resistor, and when we are considering here, feedback is provided with the help of capacitor. So for compensation, we are going to connect a resistor in parallel with this capacitor. So we are going to connect a resistor in parallel with capacitor. So when we connect a resistor in parallel with this capacitor, so then what happens? So the frequency is going to change. That is, whatever the frequency you have observed now, that will be changed to 1 by 2 pi. So the cutoff frequency is going to change, and also at lower frequencies. So if you observe the gain of this circuit, then what happens? The gain will be like this you are going to obtain. Instead of getting like this, so the gain is going to fall like this. So at lower frequencies, the gain is going to be controlled. That means at lower frequencies, the gain is infinity, and it can be controlled by adding a parallel resistor, a resistor in parallel with the feedback capacitor. So this is how we are going to perform the integration practically. Practically, this is how we are going to perform the integration. And then this is the integration equation. And next, we are going to discuss about the converters. And next, we are going to discuss about the converters. So when we are coming to discuss about this converters, so we are having the two converters. That is, one is a voltage to current converter, and another one is a current to voltage converter. So when we are considering this, first we are going to discuss about this voltage to current converter. So here you can see an operational amplifier in which the input voltage will be converted into the output current. The changes in the input voltage will be converted into the changes in the output current. So here we have given the input signal to the non-inverting terminal of operational amplifier, and we are observing the output, and we have considered the output current as I naught here. So and the I naught is going to flow in this direction. So here you can see the direction also has been shown for us. The I naught is going to flow in this direction. Nothing but the I naught is due to voltage V naught. So due to the V naught, the I naught is going to flow from here to this side, input terminal of operational amplifier. So as we know that due to virtual ground concept is nothing but op amp terminals. Generally, the op amp terminals did not draw any current. That means there will be no input current. That is IB is zero. That is IB1 is zero and IB2 is zero. That is the current at the inverting terminal is zero, and the current drawn by the non-inverting terminal of an op amp is also zero. So hence the voltage at the non-inverting terminal is equal to the voltage at the inverting terminal. So here the voltage at the non-inverting terminal is Vi, and then the voltage at the inverting terminal node, the inverting terminal node will be also Vi. So now if you write the nodal equation, Vi minus 0 divided by R1 Similarly, Vi minus V naught divided by Rf. So here you can see that Vi, that is what we are writing here, KCL, Kirchhoff current law. So we are going to calculate the current through this R1 resistor, and we are going to write the equation for current through this RF resistor. So as we know that the current through this RF resistor is I naught, then we are going to write Vi by R1 plus, we can write I naught. But we are going to, we are going in this direction. So we are going in opposite direction to the current I naught. So we are going to write it as a minus I naught instead of I naught. So the nodal equation will be, so you can see the nodal equation. So the nodal equation will be Vi by R1, that is as we going this side, that is 0. So simply we are going to write Vi by R1 minus I naught. So why we have taken minus here? So we are going opposite to the I naught current, opposite direction to the I naught current. So we are going to write minus I naught. So from this equation, so we are going to write I naught is equal to, we can write I naught is equal to Vi by R1. Vi by R1. So here from this equation you can see that the output current is proportional to Vi. As R1 is a, as R1 is a fixed value, as R1 is a fixed value, so I naught is equal to, I naught is equal to Vi by R1. Okay, I naught is equal to Vi by R1. This is what we have obtained. So output current is proportional to the input current. So if you bring this Vi to a left hand side, then what happens? So you can see here I naught by Vi is equal to 1 by R1. So 1 by R can be written as conductance. 1 by R, 1 by resistance is nothing but conductance. So we can say that this op amp is going to act as a transconductance amplifier. This op amp is going to act as a transconductance amplifier. So we can call voltage to current converter as also as a transconductance amplifier. So a question may be asked in exams. So write about the transconductance amplifier. Then you have to write this V to I convert, transconductance amplifier. So why it is called conductance means, so here you can observe from this equation, that is I naught by Vi is equal to 1 by R1. That is the ratio of output current to the input voltage is equal to 1 by R1. So that is why we are calling this circuit as transconductance amplifier. And so up to now what we have discussed is a, up to now what we have discussed is a voltage to current converter with the floating node, voltage to current converter with the floating node. So when we are considering a voltage to current converter with a grounded load, when we are considering a voltage to current converter with a grounded node, so then you can see this will be the circuit you are going to observe. So this will be the circuit you are going to observe. So and we will see the output of this circuit. So what happens to this circuit? So here in that circuit we have given directly the input to the and input to non-inverting terminal, and we have made grounded the inverting terminal through the resistor R1, through the resistor R1. And here, instead of, so there the feedback resistor is treated as, there in that circuit the feedback resistor is treated as the load resistor. Here, so we are going to connect the load resistor here, grounded load. So we are making this load resistor to be grounded. Okay. So we are constituting this node as V1, and the current flowing into op amp is nothing but IB, and this is R, and this is also R, and these four resistances are same resistance, same value resistances, and this is RL, and current flowing through this is IL, and this is the input VI, this is the input VI. Okay, so let us consider this as node A. Let us consider this as node A. Then the current flowing into this is I1, into this is I1, and the current coming from the output is I0. The current coming from the output is, sorry, I2. Let us consider this as I2. So then we are going to calculate this IL. Since when op amp is going to operate, we know that the op amp terminals does not draw any input current. Here from this we can say that I1 plus I2 is equal to IL, because this IB is equal to IB is equal to 0. So why IB is equal to 0? Because op amp does not draw any current. So we can write I1 plus I2 is equal to IL. I1 plus I2 is equal to IL. So if you write the equation for this, so I1 can be written as VI minus V1, VI minus V1 divided by, so where V1 is the voltage at node A, V1 divided by R plus, okay, if you write equation for I2, then I2 here you can see V0 minus V1 divided by R. So V0 minus V1 divided by R is equal to nothing but IL. So if you solve this equation, you are going to get V1 is equal to, okay, V1 is equal to VI plus V0 minus IL into R divided by 2, divided by 2. Then if you bring this Since the op amp is used as a non-inverting mode, so the gain of the circuit is nothing but 1 plus Rf by R. So here the feedback resistor is R, and okay, the feedback resistor is R, and the the series resistor is R, and hence the gain will be the op amp gain will be V naught is equal to, we know that 1 plus R by R. So that is V naught by Vi. Here Vi is nothing but V1. So V naught by V1 is equal to 1 plus R by. So which is equal to 2. Which is equal to 2. So we can write V naught is equal to 2 V1. V naught is equal to 2 V1. Okay. So as you know that, so we are going to substitute this value in this equation. So V naught is equal to 2, and this 2 will be cancelled. Vi plus V naught minus IL into R divided by 2. This 2 and this 2 get cancelled. So finally, by solving this equation, you are going to get that IL is equal to, okay, IL is equal to Vi by R. IL is equal to Vi by R. So this is how we are going to obtain the equation for the grounded load. If we consider the V2I converter using grounded load. Okay, students. Okay, V2I converter considering the grounded load. So by solving this equation, so if we this V naught, so how we are going to solve this equation? So see here, the V naught which we are going to consider, the V naught which we are going to consider here will come to this side, and this V naught becomes 0. Vi minus IL by R is equal to 0. So then Vi is equal to, the IL is equal to Vi by R. That is how we have obtained this equation. Okay, this is about the trans conductance amplifier, which is V2I converter. And then now we are going to discuss about the trans resistance amplifier, that is I2V converter. So how the input current is going to be converted. So here in this current to voltage converter, the input current changes will be converted into the output voltage changes. Here you can see the input current is directly given to the inverting input terminal of op amp, and non-inverting terminal is grounded, and the feedback is provided with the help of RF resistor. So feedback resistor, And in the same concept, in the same way, we are going to write the nodal equation. So by writing the nodal equation, you are going to get minus II plus that is nothing but input current we have written. That is the current through current entering into the input plus 0 minus V naught divided by RF. So as current entering, we are going to go opposite direction with respect to the current. So that's why we are writing this minus symbol here, and then 0 minus V naught divided by RF, as the voltage at the node of inverting input is 0. So we are going to write that equation. So then minus II is equal to V naught by RF. V naught is equal to minus RF into II. So finally, by solving that equation, so you can see here that RF is a constant value, so output voltage is proportional to current input current. So when input current is going to change, the output voltage is going to change as RF is constant. And this by writing this equation, you can say that V naught by II is equal to minus RF. So this results that this voltage to, that is a current to voltage converter, is going to act as a trans resistance amplifier. So hence it is the ratio of output voltage to the input current. So we can say that it is going to act as a trans resistance amplifier, and this negative sign indicates that there is a 180 degrees phase shift between input and output. So this is going to act as a trans resistance amplifier. So V to I converter is going to act as a trans conductance amplifier, and I to V converter is going to act as a trans resistance amplifier. So thank you for this session. So today we have discussed about the integrator, differentiator, and V to I converter, as well as I to V converter. Thank you, students.